guy over here. So when I have this right here, it is sine of x all squared, correct? Plus cosine of x. Now we can derive using chain rule for the first one. So what comes to the front? 2, and you keep the sine of x. And then you derive the sine of x, which is? Cosine of x. And then derivative of the cosine is not positive, but negative sine. And then we have to see what is common between these two, which is what? Sine of x, take that out. So we have 2 cosine of x minus understood 1. When I set this equal to 0, I need to set this one equal to 0 and that equal to 0. And I'm going to mentally do the first one. Not the first one, the second one. The second one, I know we're going to add 1 and divide it by 2, right? So we have cosine of x is equal to 1 over 2. And the first one's pretty easy. What was the condition that they gave us? What was the range?
0 to 2 pi.
0 to 2 pi. So I'm going to put on here 0 to 2 pi. So we know sine is 0. Let's see where sine is 0. Was it 2 pi inclusive or not inclusive? Not inclusive, correct? So it was open parentheses. Okay. For this one, we have 1 comma 0, and then we have negative 1 comma 0. And sine is 0 at 1 pi. Y'all good on that? 1 pi. You could write 0 pi as well, but it says not to include it, so I'm not going to include that part. So x equals 1 pi. For cosine, let's kind of think about what's happening. Y'all remember cosine was adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. I'm going to draw one triangle real quick. So if I make adjacent 1, hypotenuse 2, that makes the opposite radical 3. Do y'all remember the radian value of that? That was pi over something. Yes, pi over 3. That was 60 degrees. Okay? So first answer on this one is pi over 3. Doesn't that also happen over here too? So we have adjacent 1, hypotenuse is 2, and that's radical 3 over here as well. It is pi over 3, but here's the idea. You guys all know 1 pi is equivalent to 3 pi over 3, correct? And our value is going from 0 to the terminating, and it is 1 less than 3. What is 1 less than 3? Not 1 less. I said it wrong. Oh, I was on the wrong end. Did y'all realize I should have drawn this way over here? That was my mistake. So cosine, we have adjacent over hypotenuse. It'll be, so ignore this part. So if you're watching the video, ignore that part. We have 1, 2, and that's radical 3. That is pi over 3. And let's kind of recall. What is 2 pi with the common denominator of 3? Something over 3 is 2. What is that something? 6 pi over 3. So if I were to redraw this, since I made a mistake on the first one, if I go all the way around and I stop here, I didn't go all the way to 6, but 1 less, right? What is 1 less of 6? So the other value of x is 5 pi over 3. And let's make sure we're within the range. So I'm going to highlight. Would you agree pi is within 0 to 2 pi? Would you also agree 1 pi over 3 is within the range? And then we have 5 pi over 3. I don't know what happened to the 3. Would you also agree that is within the range as well? Very good.